Welcome to Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and today we are here to review A Gentle Rain from Incredible Dreams. Incredible Dream did provide this to the channel for review. In A Gentle Rain, you are visiting the lake, and in this cozy game, you are trying to get all 8 lilies to bloom at the same time, which is not a common occurrence. So let's get down to the table for a little walkthrough. All right, here is A Gentle Rain. This is just the basic game. Take off the lid. Here's the instructions. You grab all of your lily blooms and you put them face up. You take your tiles, shuffle them up if you want to, and you are going to take a tile and place it down. Then you're going to take another tile and we're going to place it next to a matching thing. I could have put it next to the yellow or the blue. Then we're going to take this and we're going to find another place that matches. And you are going to keep on doing this. I'm going to place that right there, I think, until you find something that, ooh, right there, I can make a bloom. So what happens when you, oh, that is not the right color. That is not the same color. Um, sorry. See, well, that's something I will talk about later. So we're going to keep on going until we can hopefully get a bloom here. That's the wrong direction. Well, this is not. Oh, there we go. There's a bloom. All right, so once you have a section that has an opening, you get to bloom one of the 4 flowers around it. And by doing that, you simply place it in the middle. You keep on doing this until all 8 flowers have bloomed, in which you will score 8 points for the flowers and 1 point for each remaining tile. If you don't get all 8, the other end game is if all the tiles are done and you've not gotten through all of the flowers, you've not made all 8 of them bloom, you will then score points for all of the ones that you have bloomed. All right, let's get back up here. All right, so the wins of this game. The wins of this game, quality of components. Even in this basic version of the game, these tiles, really nice thickness. These tokens are really nice thickness. You can see these are actually quite a bit thicker than the tile, probably 3 times thicker. I think you could probably get 3 of them in the same height. So they're 3 times the thickness of these tiles. So really good quality components. Very simple rules. Draw a tile, match up one of the sides. Okay, very simple rules. And then even placing the blooms when you make that circle, when you get that opening, very easy, very accessible then to anybody as far as rules. Like I said, the high quality components. It is a solo game, but you can also play it co-op, so that's a nice little win that you could play this with somebody else. It has a fairly small footprint. Now, I mean, you do have a decent stack of tiles, but even with all those tiles, the footprint of it should stay fairly small. And in this version, I mean, this is a very small box, so this could easily be portable as well. It is a cozy-ish game. It's a calm game. There's not a ton of thinking that needs to be done. You could just play it to play it. Um, yeah, so all those things I do believe are some big wins in this game. Let's get to the weaknesses. Some of the colors, as you saw as I was placing down something, can be a little hard to tell a difference. So there's 3 colors that are very similar. The blue, the purple, and then there's like a dark blue purplish. The red and orange might look the same. So there are a couple of colors on the tiles and on the blooms that may look very similar, and the designs of them as well, because they all look fairly similar. So the colors of them may be a little difference. Now, I did notice that the design on at least one of the colors on the tile and the design on the token that it matches in this are not exactly the same. It's this purple one right here. So this purple one right here does not match exactly So it took me a minute to realize, oh, this is the one. This one is completely light purple around the outside. This one is not. So there's a little bit of discrepancy in some of the designs on the tile versus some of the design on the tokens that you're using, the blooms. Um, there's a big luck factor. Like it really is. There is some strategy in this, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So there's some strategy in this, but the strategy can only go as far as the luck of when and where you draw the tiles and can place them. Yes, there's strategies where you're placing them, but there's a big luck factor because you're simply drawing the top tile. You're just simply drawing tiles and you're placing them as you do it. So there is no planning ahead. Like if some games give you, oh, you have three and you can place one and then you replace it, or you have two, you can place one and replace it. There's none of that. It is you draw the top tile, you place it down. And that is, there's a huge luck factor then in the order they're coming up, and maybe some memorization. Like trying to remember like what, I mean, if that's something you do, trying to remember what tiles are in here. That's a lot of tiles to remember, though. The other weakness is that for a game that does deem itself as a cozy game, there is a lot of strategy in this. So if you're looking for a game that is just cozy and calm and just you can just play, you could do that in this. But there is a lot of strategy as to where you're placing things and how you want to place things out, and hoping that a tile comes up that allows you to maybe get more than one bloom at a time. So that might be a little off-putting for people, that has this feel and this look of being very cozy, and there's a decent amount of strategy that you also need to implement while you are playing this game. So you have this cozy look with some strategy and a lot of luck as to how the tiles come out. Those things combined right there could be a pretty big weakness to people. All right, and the wrap up. It's a pretty quick game, so this is going to be a quick review of this. So overall, this is a game that is well designed. It combines some puzzle solving with overall relaxing gameplay. Despite the strategy that is needed, the gameplay of this is pretty relaxing. This could be played very quickly at the end of a stressful day just to go out and play. Not even worry about the strategy part of it. Just play it. If you get the blooms, you get the blooms. Um, with that being said, it does have that luck factor and that strategy that is in there. So overall, I do really enjoy this game. It is one that is very quick to get to the table. It is portable, so it could go on. It might go in my bag for vacation. We will see. Sometimes, uh, but it will need the box for that. And yeah, so overall, I do really enjoy this one, and I can't wait to get it to the table more. Once again, this has been Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time at the table.